Welcome back to the grind. Today we're going to talk about Kullecid, the Withermoon legendary wind hunter. Now I think I've made up my mind. I think I'm going to get Kullecid over Shogroth, and I'll probably get Kullecid as soon as I can, as high as I can. I have about 7,000 sigils at this point, so once he's released, I'll do my best to get him leveled up and get some gameplay going. Because I know a lot of people would like to see him in action before making their decision on which dragon to get. I'm also a big fan of the looks of this dragon. It looks pretty cool. The design is really sweet. But Shogroth is also a very well-designed dragon as well. Now, I don't usually have strong opinions before flying and seeing a dragon, but I think this dragon is going to be amazing, especially in the right hands. Now, it will take some skill and practice to optimize the use like all dragons, but this dragon has a very high potential if used correctly. Again, I'm sorry about my voice. I'm still getting over a cold. But let's talk about the spells and then talk about how I would use this dragon. Siphon Strike is a white active 2-rage spell that deals 2000% modified attack power as damage to the towers in a target area. And on cast, restores 20% HP and has a 2-second cooldown. Now, Blood Mist is a spell that makes this dragon amazing. It is an active blue 0-rage spell that cloaks the dragon for 2 seconds and recovers 50% of hunter ammo. While cloaked, the dragon will fly at 25% speed, and then after the cloak duration, if you let it run out, will give a 50% increased damage boost for 4 seconds. With other spells like this, if you leave the cloak before the 2 seconds finishes, you bypass the damage boost. And this spell does not have a cooldown, so you can use it to blink in and out and avoid damage and super shots like we've seen with other dragons like Sakura. However, this spell is blue, so it will be challenging to bypass the blue mage. And then we have Bloodlust, an active blue 1-rage spell, which uses 1 rage to gain 2 rage, a net of 1 additional rage. It has a 5-second duration, and during that time, you will gain health for destroying towers, and then it will be a 2-second cooldown, so every 7 seconds you can use this spell to gain an extra bar of rage. And then there is Adaptive Flak Resist, which you can cycle to gain rage, and have a 70% resist against 1 flak type. And then his runes and glyphs will increase Siphon Strike healing and hunter attack. So now let's talk about some of the different ways to use this dragon and what will make it challenging. Because his cloak is a blue spell, you have to be able to bypass the blue mage tower. And you can do this in various ways depending on the placement of the tower, but it is challenging to do, like flying Hasset or Noctua. You have to be able to blink or stutter in order to avoid damage before the blue mage is destroyed. Once the blue mage is destroyed, you can endlessly cloak, and before the 2 seconds runs out, use Siphon Strike or some ammo and then cloak again. Now I want to test a few things for getting the blue mage down before you face the island so you don't have to blink, like shooting from the turn early enough depending on the location of the blue mage, or using Siphon Strike and then using the cloak to slow down your flight speed so that the tower is destroyed before you face the island. But these are things that I'm just speculating and I haven't been able to test out yet. But if you're able to blink or stutter, then how you would do it is approach the island with Siphon Strike ready, Siphon Strike the blue mage when you're facing the island, and then cloak, and then the blue mage would cancel the cloak, and so you would cloak again right away. At that point, you can either use Siphon Strike again on the remaining towers or use ammo and then cloak again. So you will be coming in and out of cloak and either using Siphon Strike or unloading as much ammo as you can before cloaking to avoid damage. And if you have Siphon Strike already loaded and a full 5 bars of rage before facing the island, you can use 4 Siphon Strikes because the Bloodlust will give you the extra rage bar needed to get the 4th Siphon Strike. So this dragon has amazing potential to hit above his tier. And if you're attacking within your tier or even a tier up and you're able to tank some damage shots, this dragon has a lot of healing spells, so you can take a couple shots while destroying the blue mage, and then from then on, go in and out of cloak to avoid damage. So I would say this is definitely the best legendary dragon of the season so far. I highly doubt that the festive dragon will be better than this, but if you're limited on how much you can get and you're considering getting the festive, I would wait until then to make your decision. This dragon will potentially even be as strong as Gnarlith in the hands of the right flyer, which, by the way, is not me. I still have a lot of work to do with my blinks and stutters, which is why I'm going to try hard to find alternate ways to bypass the blue mage. But this dragon has a lot of potential, and I think this dragon will be very well worth the sigils and time spent practicing how to use them. So I hope this was interesting and informative, and keep an eye out for some gameplay, which I hope to post as soon as I can.